Hi guys, welcome. This is our reading for the remaining portion of October 2016. It's a little different, but I got some spice to add to the reading. I bought all new decks just to kind of freshen things up. So I'm using The Secret Language of Animals Oracle cards by Chip Richards. I have two decks by Nicoletta Ciccioli. One is the Tarot and one is the Oracle. And then the Fairy Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Raleigh Valentine, and Whispers of Love by Angela Hartfield and Josephine Wall. So I'm doing a pretty raw reading this week. Everything is new. I just got these cards today. So this reading is for around October 21st through October 31st, 2016. I would say for a more detailed reading for yourself, perhaps check out your sun, moon, and rising sign for, I would say see which one connects to you, or perhaps you'll connect to them all, but remember it's a general reading. So see what feels right for you. See which signs, symbols, bells, whistles, messages, energies resonate for you and bring you clarity to what you're wondering, concerned, confused, inquiring, dreaming, and praying about. We're all children of God. We're all psychic. We're not all going through the same things. So see what feels right for you. It could be one sign and that brings you clarity. It could be the whole reading. It could make sense later. In the end, always use your logic and intuition together to make sound decisions based in love for the highest and greatest good of everybody. So we're all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you. How you ride these energetic waves that come through here is always up to you in the end. Is it your wave? Is it not your wave? Are you waiting for another wave? Preparing for the wave, crashing into the wave, riding the wave, or ignoring the wave? Also, feel free to make this an interactive video with me if you want to pull some cards for yourself. And if you have some time, try to check out the links that I provide below. See if there's more signs and depth to the rest of October in those videos below, and show your love and support to the artists and musicians. Thank you for joining me. I love you guys, and I'll see you in a moment. Hi Cancer, welcome. This is our reading for Cancer for the remaining portion of October 2016. So around the 21st to the 31st of October 2016. So Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Inquiring. Let's begin and see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, angels, and energies of love have for Cancer for the highest, greatest good. Start with one card for clarity on the energies for the rest of the month for Cancer and some wisdom. "24 strategy." So figuring something out. I feel like you're playing hide and seek with this big teddy bear. So maybe somebody's sort of like, you know, like, I think of that person that seems a little scary on the outside, but you know that they're really like a softie. You know, they sort of put on a front, or they're sort of maybe that person that's a little sarcastic. So maybe some people don't know like where they're coming from. So maybe people don't know if they're messing around or they're not, so they just don't know how to take that person, so they don't know what to think. Something like that. Either that's you or that's somebody else. But I feel like you see that they're a big softie underneath, or you're going to learn that somebody's kind of a big softie underneath, like you thought they didn't care, but they do. Somebody bigger than life. It's a 24, so that brings you to a 6. It brings you back into balance, making decisions. So finding balance with forces that you think are bigger than you, Cancer, but aren't. It's learning. It's building blocks. It's learning to get on the horse. You know, it's giving it a go. It's cute. It's cute. She's actually holding a little. She's holding on to like a little teddy bear here. Wait, where's the camera? Can you see that? She's go in the shadow. Look, there's like a little tiny teddy bear. And then there's like the big teddy bear version. So, I don't know. I just got the image of this little girl like holding this little bear and saying to the bear like, I just wish you would grow with me forever and stay with me forever. And like in the room comes this big, huge boom, boom, like teddy bear. And then she's like, oh, maybe not, maybe I'll grow. Maybe I'll think about that again. I'll give that a little more strategy before I make that wish come true, kind of thing. That was sort of interesting. I know I'm very animated. Maybe it makes sense with this big card. I feel like you're playing a game. You know, it's not that hard to figure out the solution. You just have to sort of maybe backtrack a little bit. I want to say get back to the drawing board. I see this and I think of, I want to say drawing board, not game board. But maybe you're playing a game, or somebody thinks they're playing a game, or you can get ahead in the game somehow. Planning something. I want to say like, just sort of like making friends, you know, as well. I don't think that big blue bear is very scary. You know, maybe it's just looking for its mini-me, you know? The girl happens to be holding it in his arms. He's like, oh, you look like me, but small. I just thought of that person. I just thought of somebody who has like the big and little version of the same kind of dog. So like, I want to say like a husky and a Pomeranian or something like that. You know, a Chihuahua and a Great Dane. I don't know where that came from. But something, or maybe like a little sibling, you know, or like you have like a child that's like your little mini-me and they're, you know, copying you, maybe something like that. Cancer. So you have to be aware that you're bigger than life to that person and they might, you know, watch you, something like that. So maybe get down to their level, you know, and teach them something, you know. That's what I'm getting with this. So let's move along for Cancer. For strategy, I see like actual outlines. Cancer, like reports, papers, writing something up. Like I'm thinking like finals, something like that. Actually, like where you have to get something done by a point, and it's good to not procrastinate. It's better to like sort of, I would say like start with chicken scratch and brainstorming and, you know, a bunch of stuff all over the place and then put it in order. Kind of like, I'm thinking of somebody like organizing their closet by just kind of throwing it on the ground and then starting over and putting everything back up another way. So like maybe making a slight mess before you clean it up so that you can organize it better. Let's get more clarity for Cancer. That one. What was that? So the 6 of, all right, so, well, all right, so that was a 6, and now, well, it's 24, which brings us to a 6, and that's the 6 of discs, or 6 of pentacles. Earth. I feel like you're working with energies. It's like you want to, somebody wants to be with the, look, it's almost like the same sort of big little thing. you know, it's almost like she wants all these little mice to work with her. And maybe they were really scared of her because she's really big compared to them, you know, but I feel like she has worked with them. Like I get this little story, like she came every day to meet these little mice and hang out with them and talk to them. And she puts on a little headband so they feel more comfortable with her. And she's got her little Dorothy shoes, and she puts on a little fake tail and she talks to them. And it's like the more she talks and gains confidence and gains respect with these mice and works with them, the longer their tail gets, until the point where they're so comfortable with her that she can just sort of walk them along and everybody kind of works together. Everybody's now connected and understanding of one another. These cards are awesome. They take me to a totally different place than other tarot decks. So I've only even seen only a few cards from every deck, so that's pretty cool. So I'm getting Dorothy with her. She totally looks like Dorothy. But, or he. Just so you know, I'm pretty sure they're all female in this deck, but the energies I feel like are you. They put you in a situation, which is nice. They're expressive. Somewhat somber, I must say. But like, I feel like they bring you immediately to an emotion to bring you out, to bring the wisdom out from that emotion. So, yeah, I feel like there's balance restored here. There's balancing your scales, working with others, working with the energies you have around you and making it work. You know, giving, receiving, teaching, learning. And I see a little bit of like, I want to say the strength card in this. Like, I want to say like doing something a little bit every day so that you get better at it. It gets a little stronger. You know, it works a little bit better. It spreads out a little further. I also want to say like maybe a dog walker, something like that. Somebody who actually works with a lot of animals. Maybe different animals, or like a vet tech, somebody who has a lot of pets. Responsibility, maybe a child who wants a pet and teaching them responsibility with something. So maybe something that's small first. I mean, I see mice here, but I thought of a cat with those ears. So maybe getting a cat, something like that. I'm not sure where that came from. Maybe that will teach like responsibility, you know, for a kid, or maybe companionship, something like that. That's kind of easy. They're sort of independent, but not, you know, depending on the kind of cat, it actually does make a difference. Not only the breed, but the personality. That made me think of some. I just thought of going to get cat food the other day and seeing those cats in the window, and they're all like adult cats, and I kind of wanted to take them all home. You know, it's like hard for me to walk by animals. I'm really sensitive to animals. I always have been since I was a little girl, always. But like I can almost like not handle going there because I don't know how. I just want to take them all, help them all. And so maybe there's something with rescuing animals, or maybe you can go and see if there's that adult cat or dog or whatever animal that maybe your child or you or somebody, like maybe a grandparent or something like that, will connect to, almost like a big teddy bear. You know, I think of like the teddy bear you bring like somebody in an old folks home. You know, I don't know why I'm thinking weird things now. So maybe somebody in an old folks home, like a retirement home, a retirement community. Maybe they could use an animal, maybe something like that. Or you could go take your awesome animal to a place where somebody could use like rehabilitation with animals, like petting an animal, just connecting to an animal, just the love of an animal, you know, just its vibration is healing. Maybe there's someone around you, Cancer, that could use an animal, even if they don't want the responsibility. Maybe you could like keep the responsibility and, you know, bring it to them to visit. Maybe somebody wants to visit their animal. I'm getting that with that. So let's go to the secret language of animals for Cancer. Yeah, I'm just seeing somebody like in a bed hugging an animal. Speaking of animal, hi Mannix. I was just talking about cats. All right, let's get a card for Cancer. On the Six of Discs, strategy. I hear healing, yeah, a healing energy from an animal. That's what I'm getting. So I hope that is helpful to you, you know, or somebody you know, or something you hear, or to point you in a direction where that makes sense. The crayfish, number 8. So, infinity, I think of power, protection, perseverance, vulnerability, regeneration. Crayfish. I mean, that makes me think of Cancer. Also, Scorpio. So maybe there's a Scorpio energy or a protection around emotions, something like that. Taking charge of how you feel, you know, cutting off, pinching off something that doesn't work. Somebody that steps on you, steps on, you know, your house, you're protecting your, I feel like you're protected, or you're protecting something else. I mean, 8 reminds me of like, it reminds me of like power, like the leader, the entrepreneur, the boss, the go-getter, the doer, the like putting it all together, the one that kind of like gets everything circulating, not only in themselves, but they make things move other places too. Like they can start a business and get it going, sell the business, that business stays, you know, in business, and they move along to something else, or they keep them all. That's sort of what I think of with an 8. Like prosperity, but gained and earned, respected, you know, like done the work for it. So protection, perseverance, vulnerability, and regeneration. So, you know, what do you do if someone reaches in that shell, or like reaches in, or hits that trap, you know? Generation. I feel like when you dip down in the 8 and you go under the surface, that's when you're vulnerable. Or perhaps in this case, when the lobster goes onto the land, that's when they're vulnerable. So it could be opposite. You know, maybe you're feeling like you're out of your element and you're feeling a little exposed, or somebody else is out of their element and they're learning to adapt. You know, you'll get back to the water. You'll make it back to the land. I feel like then you're out. I feel like maybe you're out in the sun and you start to feel a little dry, and you recognize and you move on back. It's also very, you know, it's a very balanced with the 6 and the 8. They're both balanced. It's like you gained something else, and it's like you just added something else on the scale, but you're still in balance somehow. All right, let's go to the Whispers of Love and get another card for Cancer. The the rest of October. The heart of the matter. So getting to the center of breaking down the walls. I feel like there's breaking down walls here. You know, getting to the heart of the matter, finding this balance. Finding this balance so there's not something so heavy and one thing so light, or something so big and something else so small. There's more going on than meets the eye. Recognize what this is all about. What is it that you don't see right now? What is it that you're not supposed to see right now? What is it you have to wait for? What is it that's coming? This is also a 22. So we're, you know, brings you to a 4, but that's also a balance. Everything's nice and balanced here. So the 20, all my cards are falling all up. The 22 is, I want to say this also came up for Scorpio. So maybe there is a Scorpio, you know, involved, or it's like water sign, you know, energy, emotional energy going on that's changing, adapting. I feel like you have to rest. You have to get your energy back so you can find that like I want to say that center point, but I wanted to say all systems go. So maybe you're restoring your energy so you can move forward faster, braver, facing fears. I feel like you need to connect to your dreams, Cancer, specifically with you. I feel like it's about dreams. I feel like there's answers in your dreams. There's connections in your dreams. There's somebody that you dream about, somebody dreaming about you. Or it's that I want to say like dream work, like actual, you're doing work in your dreams, maybe in other dimensions, you know, and you have to connect there. You're getting lessons, you're restoring something, you're healing something else. Maybe in like, you know, it's not physically here, but you're still healing something maybe beyond what you can see. But I feel like you're gaining something. You're gaining nuggets of wisdom. You're gaining like gifts from spirit to bring back for wake time, to walk through that gateway, to connect heaven and earth together. The earth and the sea. As above, so below. So let's get another card for Cancer for the rest of the month of October. Getting to the heart of the matter. What is the truth of the matter? What is the heart of the matter? What is the real issue? What is the real intent? What is the first thing you think about when you wake up? Maybe wake up and write like a gratitude thing. Maybe wake up and write down one thing that you're thankful of, and one more the next day. Not sure where that came from, but maybe you'll start to see what's in front of your, like what's, you know, I see like you seeing words in front of your eye and noticing the blessings, noticing these things. And the more you see it, the more you'll see it, you know, actual things. So maybe recognizing something like that, so you can start to notice what your dreams are, your visions, your desires, something like that, Cancer. Let's get another card. I feel like you need to see something in front of your face, like a collage or a storyboard or a dream board or vision board, something like that. And when you see it, it'll help you manifest it. It'll help you create it. It'll help you organize something. See, you know, a map and then make a plan or details. Or I'm going back to like A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, something like that. All right, let's get a card for Cancer. The 7 of Spring. Be assertive. Don't back down from what you believe. Courageously stand up for yourself. It's like this. It's like the seven of rods, the seven of fire. It's energy, it's expression, and it's standing up for your truth, a truth, protecting something, striving towards something, aiming for something, and knowing you have that target. So you don't have to really listen to what's coming around you, although sometimes the advice you can get in the set, like the pressure, the advice, the whatever's coming against you or at you or around you in the 7 helps you. It gives you strength to know what you're standing up for, to see the other side, so you're not just, you know, blindly seeing one way and not understanding the other side, or it's pushing you towards something that you need to aim at. It's pushing you away from something you don't need to aim at. It's helping you get focus, but you have to be assertive. You have to stand up for yourself. You have to strive for the truth, head for the truth, aim for the truth, act with your truth. I see a big full moon here, and I see a clear sky at night, and the moon is so bright that you see the clouds in the sky here. You know, when you see the clouds in the sky and you can see your shadow in the light of the moon, it's like that. I also see I want to see fiber optics, lights, spotlights, sparkles, night lights, something like that, twinkles, something that's in energy around you, or you're standing out because you have this energy. It's nowhere else but around you. It's like this energy is giving you wings, translucent wings, to fly faster. I feel like you're really focused on something here. It reminds me of Mercury a little bit. But I feel like that would be the 8. That would be like the 8 of Wands. So when you aim towards the truth, it's going to bring you towards where all the information is, all the energy is. It starts with the energy in you. You know, whether it's pushing against you to get you some way, it's like firing you up to move you somewhere else, to bring you something else, to, I guess, map out everything inside of you to know where you're going to, so you know what you're ready for when you get there. Stand up for yourself, being courageous, being strong. I feel like you're protected and you're heading towards balance. You know, there's something that's coming at you energetically that's moving you like out of whack to spin you around to get you to somewhere else. So I hope that made sense, Cancer. I hope this was helpful. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.